Yo, hey folks, I'm pmcTRILOGY, and this is Recoil, a 1999 PC game. Thanks a lot, Fatsuke, for having me play this. The timer will start when I hit start. I'll do a countdown. It's gonna be 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so you're wondering, what is this game about? This game is about tanks that go burr. It's kind of a first-person shooter sort of brain game. We're gonna be concerned a lot with managing our ammo and our health. These red crosses are nano canisters. They're kind of like extra lives. You can see on my HUD, there is room for 3 of them. I'm going to spend a lot of time picking them up and managing them as we get through the game. And then as we pick up additional weapons. I will be killing a fair number of enemies because I'm going to need ammunition from them at all times. Each level consists of about 4 or 5 objectives. There's 6 levels. The deep lore of this game, and I know you're all concerned about the deep lore of this game, is that it is the far future of March 2019, and Microsoft has created a Skynet-like network called the Network, and the network has taken over and turned everyone into clones. But some rebels have sent a tank control program back in time to the player of this video game. And we, the player of the video game, are the hero who will control the tank that is in the future to save the day. This next objective requires that we disable a bunch of lasers by blowing up blue buttons. We're going to do that. Right there, I picked up a gold nanite 100. That is a full health item. The nano canisters, the extra lives, and the full healths are pretty much the basis for the route. We're constantly going to be going back and forth between them, especially in levels where there's a lot of risk, where we could be dying. This tank drifts. This is not a slow tank. We can get sick air. We can do stunts. Well, we can't really do stunts, but you get the idea. This is not a slow tank. We're not going to fall over, so there's no risk of having to donate money for falling over in this run. Sorry, plywood. But once we do that, we can grab again another nanite 100. You'll also notice my rapid fire weapon is going to change between blue and red. Red is more powerful. It's called the enhanced rapid fire pulse gun. The blue is just the regular rapid fire pulse gun, but the red is limited, whereas the blue is infinite. And so now we're making our way towards the beach. This is the last area, the level where we have to destroy some rockets. Here's going to be another example of routing around the nano canisters. I want to try and leave this level with 3 nano canisters, but I actually need to take damage because I'm going to be picking up 2 nano canisters before I peace out. So I'm really kind of letting these guys hit me so I can pick up another nano canister. We got one more missile silo. This game has a lot of cute secrets. All right, so I need to take one more shot there. One of those secrets is inside this tent here, where there is a Volkswagen van that has a practical nuclear weapon on it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. In order to get out of this level, we have to destroy this gate here, which I'm going to do from distance. You can pretty much destroy anything from a long distance in this game. The projectiles take a while to travel, but it works. They'll get there eventually. A lot of enemies will drop those nanite 25s or 50s, which are the blue crosses. And I'll be looking for those at certain points when I expect them. Some enemies are consistent about whether they drop ammo or health, but, you know, it depends. Anyway, at the end of each level, I'm going to be waiting for this thing to park its fat butt so I can board it, and that's always a good opportunity to chime in with anything that may be worth talking about for the event.
Absolutely, thank you very much. We have a $30 donation from the awesome co-commentator from Steel Battalion, Chef Tig, who says, "For plywood, slip and fall." Thank you very much for your generous donation.
Awesome. But yeah, so that was stage 1, and now we're on to Dust and Metal stage 2. We're going to do a lot of the same, although now we're going to get, besides weapons, we also have transformations in this game. We're going to get our first modular upgrade. You can see here I'm disabling these and trying to move around to avoid taking too much damage. These small enemies are good for picking up additional ERFPG ammo. Anyway, we gotta go in here to get our upgrade. Missile dodge. Nope. Was looking good until I wasn't. So here we get our first upgrade, which will allow us to cross bodies of water, become an amphibious tank. The way that we do the objectives, this is probably the most interesting routing in this game, is this level, because we have a lot of different paths we can take to get where we want to go. And here I'm actually going to drive by the end game objective, the end of level objective, on my way to getting to the third objective before going to the second objective. So I'm going to do the third objective before I do the second objective. And the reason I'm going to do it like that is because when we do the third objective, we have to wait for the water to rise. And so I'm going to blow up this construction equipment. So this is the third objective, this construction equipment. That crane you have to blow up no matter what, but you notice these other pieces of equipment, I don't actually have to blow up myself. I can blow up this pipe, and that pipe is going to start slowly flooding. And while I'm doing the second objective, that will flood, and then when I come back, the shortcut will then be open. So that's going to be way better than having to sit around and wait for it. All right, so now inside of here, oh, big warning, if you're a headphone user, some really bad things are going to happen to you in just like a hot second. So, you know, please be careful with headphones right now. There is a line of dialogue in this game which simply ignores the the commands of the volume settings in the game. So, you know, yeah, it gets pretty loud. I don't know why. I apologize.
The power plant is gonna blow.
Power plant's gonna explode.
You're gonna want to see this explosion from the outside.
Generally speaking, I always recommend that you see explosions from the outside. So I will take his advice. Also, the countdown always stops at 9. I've never heard it go beyond 9. So that's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of that. All right, so now we get to destroy the Foundry, which is the last thing that we have to do in this level. And then in the Foundry, not only do we have to destroy the Foundry, but we also need to take care of some other business as well, which is that we need to hit a switch so that we can get over to where our VTOL is going to pick us up. So now that I've knocked that switch up, I can do what I actually came here to do, which is destroy the Foundry by shooting into these little spaces. So if you look in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a little zoom sight. It's very much like MechWarrior 3, which is actually exactly right because this game uses the same engine as MechWarrior 3 and was made by the same developers, Zipper Interactive. Zipper Interactive best known for the SOCOM Navy SEALs games, but before that they made some PC games, and one of them was this one, and also MechWarrior 3, but like whatever. So now we're gonna wait for the VTOL, for our escape craft to land, and I'm gonna take care of some stuff. It is possible for our escape craft to explode, and then we have to wait for another one to show up, and that's a huge pain. You never want that to happen. If you go under it right now, it just explodes, which is a real design decision that they made in this video game. But yeah, I'm gonna roll up into this thing again and wait for this sweet boat to take me away. And now we get to go destroy a Volcano Beam, which is really wonderful. Nothing like a volcano level to really let you know how extreme this game is. I should mention this game has like one song. This is it. This is the song. Please enjoy it. Please clap. Anyway, our first activity here is that we need to get an upgrade to be able to travel over the lava, but we have to open the path to get to that upgrade, and to do that we have to break some pipes. We have to disrespect pipes. So while we pick up some Nanite 100s, we're going to make our way over to where we need to be. A lot of the areas where I'm driving, I'm choosing so that I'm on slopes that I won't be easily shot from. I'm gonna go to the left here to grab a bunch of ammo and another nanite 100. There's a guy who's gonna come around here in a hot second, so I'm gonna have some mines waiting for him, and then we're gonna turn around and destroy this pipe. This is one of the pipes that we have to destroy to get over to the hover upgrade. Also, here's a laser saber, which is pretty cool. That'll show up a lot later in the run. And then there's the other pipe. This is pumping lava to an area that we need to get through. So once we break the pumps, we're able to proceed and get to our hover upgrade. That's the volcano. Pretty cool, right? Alright, so right down around the corner here is our lovely machine, which will give us hover powers. We just have to wait for it to close. Most of the doors are operated by switches in this game, but this one you just sort of roll through. Ooh, hover technology. So now we have our third of 4 forms. And now we're going to make our way over to enter into the volcano so that we can disable the Volcano Beam. It's not necessary, but I'm going to use the nuke for fun and profit. Yeah, bye nuke. It really isn't necessary for the run, but it's kind of fun to shoot it. All right, so now we're gonna have our first big run encounter with like the most difficult enemy in the game, which is these stupid hover tanks that fire lots of missiles. They are very aggressive and they fire lots of these missiles, which can do a lot of damage to you. If I'm lucky here, I can get... Oh, I flew over that health upgrade. All right. So I'm probably going to get hit by a lot of these as I'm flying away. Oh, no. Wow. Oh, there we go. Yeah, as you can see, I got hit by like 5 in quick succession. But good news. There's a nanite 100 over here, so our bacon is saved. All right, so that's the door. And we're going to shoot the door from a long distance because this door has a very long animation for... because it explodes and then it perfectly folds into position to be a bridge, which I'm sure is exactly how they designed it. Cool laser saber ammo. Shout out to that enemy falling from the sky. I should mention as some backstory about Recoil Speedrunning. This is a game that I had played as a kid at a computer camp, right? Computer camp, eh? In like 1999. And I had bought a physical copy, and then later when I got interested in speedrunning, I said, hey, it'd be cool to speedrun this. And I found a leaderboard that was empty, and the moderator was Fatsuke, which is why I was making fun of him in the opening. But after doing some runs initially 2 years ago, I then discovered a Chinese runner who made maybe the greatest speedrun VOD of all time, which was a VOD in which he placed J-pop and emoji over everything in the run. It was incredible. I recommend it. Shout outs to him for the video production work. I beat his time since then, but it was really cool. All right, so now this is the Volcano Beam. We're going to destroy it. And then we're going to wait for this to turn green. And then we'll be on our way. We got to wait for a while for this thing to come over. So if you got any information on bids or anything, that'd be cool.
Certainly, I'd like to remind everybody that ESA Together is a week-long online marathon that will feature speedrunners and score attackers from all around the world. We invite everybody, be it ESA regulars or first-timers, showcasing their best for you. ESA Together is supporting ESA and our other affiliated events at increased cost this year connected with the coronavirus outbreak. By donating to ESA Together, you will be supporting the future of ESA, and all donations will go directly towards supporting the running of future events for you to enjoy. Thank you very much.
Awesome. All right, time to go to Poison Valley. Immediately turn around. So Poison Valley has some fun stuff where we're going to blow up a bridge and then a train, which is going to be a good time. I recommend it. All right, so we need to avoid that guy. So we'll be back here in a second, but the first thing we need to do is raise the water, raise the roof. And so to do that, of course, we destroy a dam. But actually, the first thing I need to do is destroy this bridge. Which I will do by hitting the side of the bridge, and there goes the bridge. And then, so now, after I hit all these, I have to destroy the dam, which is pretty easy to do. The dam doesn't take too much damage, but then there's an invincible train that rolls around at the speed of sound, but the train is dead now. Also, there's a tiny handcar that follows the train, which has an extra life in it, which is now mine. So now we're going to make our way back towards the church, because we have some stuff that we want to get. So now we need to wait for the water to fill up so we can actually get up here. I'm not too worried about my health because I'm about to pick up another nano canister. So that's really fine. And I also get this neat arc saber weapon, which uses big electricity and hits lots of enemies. Very cool. Highly recommend for your recoil needs. Alright, so the thing I need to do now, after I take care of the ground enemies in front of me, is that I need to hit some of these blue screens from long distance. So you can see in the church there's a few blue screens, and I need to hit those so that I can... There, I got the one on the right. I'm going to get the one on the left, and this one is going to open up once I hit that one on the left. The game is very finicky about when it lets you get away with this, but it's much safer than going up to where the enemies are to do it this way. Alright, so we gotta destroy a chemical plant zone next. So there is a pile of dirt and like a vent over there, which we're able to hit just by a small sliver. Thankfully, the cursor glows green whenever we have our reticule over it, so it's pretty easy to know when we're at it. So we don't actually have to go there and fight those other enemies that are closer to the spigot, the chemical spigot. All right, so now we got to go up to the town on the hill to destroy the poison missile launcher. And there is a bridge that looks like you're supposed to use it, but if you try to use that bridge, it automatically blows up. So instead we go into the rail bridge. Of course, I had to use this side since I already blew up the other side. Ooh, good. I really like it when that guy gives me the arc saber ammo. That'll be extremely useful. I also got another nanite 100 by this. So doing that is going to cause the missile to rise up so I can destroy it in a hot second, because it's right here. Alright, I need to not use my mines right now, because that's actually an important resource for me. Alright, so we got that blown up, and now we're going to use our missiles to clear the rest of what we need to do. Oh, that's fun. So that enemies can destroy your projectiles in midair. So using things like the rockets can be pretty dangerous because you're liable to get them shot out of midair. But I need to get this. That guy's sonic cannon is a must-have for me. So regrettable that we lost something there, but it's okay. We'll make it through. Do I need to get... Nah, we're good. This is fine. There were some opportunities to get extra ammo there, but it's really not something to worry about, and it's best that we just go on to the next level. The next level is pretty straightforward, and there's a nano canister right up front. So that'll be good. 5 minute cold kill poison value is fine, but anyway, we're on to ice level. where we're going to get our last transformation ability. But first, we're going to break the ice and introduce ourselves. Now we're just going to break the ice. So as usual, picking up some FPG where I can, and then we go into here. There's a lot to explore in this level, but thankfully we're able to pretty much stick to a short path to get where we need to go. This is also the first level where we're really going to encounter a lot of the sonic cannon enemies, and so it is essential to deal with them as quickly as possible. Oh, good. That's really useful health. I was concerned there. All right, so there is a Nanite 100 right up ahead, which I should be able to grab. All right, that was a good dodge. I probably should have done what I did there, but it worked out. All right, so now we're going to get all this. We're going to clear this launch pad. We're going to be back to this launch pad later because this is where we're going to exit the level. But for right now, we have a first objective to do, which is to kill all the clones. The clones are here, and we got to defeat them. It's the only way to save the day. Yeah, so you're going to see me explode doors and then immediately Sonic Cannon. And what I'm doing there is I'm taking care of Sonic Cannon enemies that are behind it. So now we have to drop the shield on the clones before we can actually fight them. And then we will destroy the clones from beneath. There we go. Oh, wait. There we go. So if you destroy the spindle in the center, you don't have to destroy all the individual clones. It just kills all of them right away. Just cooks them all. Well done. All right, here it's really important I don't fall off this ledge. Whoop, there we go. All right, so now it is time to get our last transformation upgrade, which is going to be the Submarine Upgrade. I know you all wanted to go underwater. But while we enjoy another... This game really, really loves its elevators, which is funny because the game doesn't handle the elevators too well. Like, you can tell the tank's constantly bouncing up and down. All right. And then off we go. So now we can submerge and go on our way. A note about being underwater. If you use certain weapons, it'll just kill you instantly. Don't use a laser saber underwater. It will not only will it kill you once, it will actually kill you 3 times, which is an interesting choice. Oh, okay. Did not realize I was out of missiles. Well, that's fine. We're all fine here. Would have been really funny if I had destroyed myself after giving that whole talk about not using inappropriate weapons underwater. So now we need to destroy these cover plates and drop mines in them, which is one of the reasons I was holding off on using mines previously. Getting the mines in these little holes is really weird. You would think you'd just be able to shoot down them, but the game won't accept it. The game requires you to drop a mine down. I mean, after all, a mine is a terrible thing to waste. So, it's a good idea not to waste any. Alright, so now we're going to make our way to the final holding place of all of the clones, the big clone machine. And we need to destroy a bunch of switches both below and above water. So here's some that we're going to hit below water. And then I'm going to rise to the surface, rise up gamers, and destroy enemies up here. Switch back to my sonic cannon. And then get the enemies in here. See that? So there's 2 above, there was 2 below, 2 above, and there's going to be 4 more below after I take care of this. submerge again. And then you can see this open up an additional area. Alright, and now we just have to destroy 4 more of these, and we'll be good to go. And we have defeated the clone army of the network. Good job. We did it. And so now you might recognize this is where we were before when we destroyed that first spindle, and we come out back this way to get to the VTOL landing pad. But yeah, so now I just gotta wait for this guy to park, and we will be on our way to the next level. Ooh, ammo.
Laser saber energy.
The final level is called Network Showdown, so of course it is the ultimate level, where we get to travel through space and time. So we start out in this pretty cool sea level, but all we're going to do here is just get below ground.
Destroy it, and the cops will be history.
The network is building a city underground. Fight your way to the elevator that leads to the construction site. This area, so you're on your own, soldier.
Alright, so we're going to destroy the 4 enemies in front, and then take this opportunity to hit these red buttons on the side. And they're going to open up the door to get below for us. And we get to enjoy another elevator. Remember that time I mentioned this game has one song? The time is now. So this level acts as kind of a reprise of some of the other levels. So we'll be looking for transporters to take us to little pieces of other levels.
The first transporter is left from the elevator. Keep moving, man.
Alright, so there's sonic burst cannon enemies here. Oh man, that was a bummer. This level has lots of nano canisters, so this isn't the end of the world to get hit a few times. It is frustrating though. Alright, I'm gonna grab an extra one just for the utmost in safety. Oh, that guy's playing football. Alright, so each of these transporter sections is gonna have like a little boss thing that we're gonna have to deal with. And some of them we're going to do intended, and some of them we are emphatically not going to do intended. This one we're pretty much going to do intended. So we have to shoot this just as it goes under, and then that'll allow us to... So I should mention, what are these yellow beams that I'm so afraid of? They're called laser designators, and if they... Oh, that's normal physics. Normal physics. If they stay on me for too long, I just instantly die. I lose a life. So it's important for me not to have that happen. Alright, grab one of those. So now we're going to go to the next teleporter section. Oh boy. Oh, that's a miss. That's a big... Whatever. I didn't need that life anyway. Alright, cool. So this is pretty... We're in a pretty okay situation. Because we got lots of ammo. So we really, really need this laser saber ammo. This is going to be important for this next section. And it's also going to be really important for the very, very finale. So, I mentioned we're going to do some of these intended, some of these not so intended. This is one of the ones where we're going to do not so intended. So, we're supposed to bait an enemy into shooting at itself here, but we should be able to just bounce the beam. There we go. Nice.
The only way to take out the rotating power
So we just bounce the beam, and it does all the work for us without having to actually do the puzzle thing. Big improvement, honestly. That puzzle's not fun. It doesn't work half the time. And then we're back underwater again. Now we got a quick swim to our next destination for the most annoying puzzle. I do appreciate the little submarine noises. Alright, so we're coming up on the next teleporter. Thankfully there won't be a sonic cannon enemy at this teleporter, which makes it a lot easier to deal with. And at this point, we're going to get a ton of nano canisters, so it's going to be really hard for us to run out of lives, I say. Actually, I might want this guy to kill me. Because I think that, yeah, that's a nano canister down there. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so now we're going to go to the beach. And immediately go underwater. So this is the most annoying of the end level sequences because you have to do this strange puzzle with really just awful mechanics. We have to hit these reflectors so that they align on each of 3 segments, which is mostly annoying for hitting the middle one. But we'll persevere. I believe in us. Alright, we got him. Alright, so now we need to tap 2 of these. Tap. Tap. Okay, now we'll be able to just unload. Yep. So that's going to blow up the middle one. And then we just have to tap these remaining 2. There we go. That's a super finicky puzzle. I really don't like that one at all. We're about probably a minute off from the end. So get ready on that. I will call time when it happens. So we're going to use this to hit all these cubes. We got to do this 3 times. And that'll be the end for Recoil. When I submitted this game, my PB was 47 minutes, and I submitted it with a 50-minute estimate. Turns out, I found some time save. Alright, so this will be it. And once the banner appears at the bottom of the screen, that'll be time. And time. There we go. That is Recoil, 1990 PC game by Zipper Interactive. Thank you so much for having me in the marathon twice. This was my 2nd run. Very nice. ESA is a great organization. Please donate. Please support. Please watch the other runs. And please enjoy the rest of the marathon. Peace.